Happy SFL Sunday, everybody, from the desert in Arizona. Fatality Field is the location. We've got the Arizona Scorpions and the DC Dragons. These two teams have not met since Season 7, when the Scorpions were then known as the Oklahoma City Renegades, and before the Dragons' long hiatus before their rebirth in Season 16. Currently, DC is on a bit of a rebirth themselves, as their 5-3 record is close to doubling their win total from the past 2 seasons, while a perennial playoff team in Arizona has struggled out of the gate at 3-4, but only a half game back in a very tight West Division. Hello and a very warm welcome alongside Shan Varner and Aaron Gooden on stats and Rochelle Colston in the booth next to me. My name is Michael Carillo. Rochelle, this could be a very pivotal game in both of these teams' seasons as we start to turn for home here in Season 17.
Absolutely, Michael. It should be a very, very interesting game, I would say the least. Looking for a big defense from Arizona. Hopefully, DC gets their offense rolling.
We know Eddie Gage always loves to bring the defense. DC has dropped 3 of their last 4 after starting the season 4-0. They will have to get into the playoffs on the strength of record and strength of victory and the other tiebreakers that we have here in the SFL, because they are in the same division as Baltimore, and Baltimore's flying away 8-0 now after their win yesterday. DC sitting at 5-3. Orange helmets, black jerseys, black pants, white numbers for Arizona. Gold helmets, white jerseys, black pants for the team from the nation's capital. Cliff Allen is set to kick it off. He's got the ball on the tee, and it's game on from Arizona. From the goal line, jump step to get to the outside and out to the 25-yard line on the return. Here's the Dragons starting offense. Sabaz Synergy at quarterback. Kevin Say, the running back. Chris Britton at fullback. Wide receivers Gus Scott, Mike Churchill, Jeff Banfield, and Josh Gill. Lauren Percoco is in at tight end after coming over from the Fort Worth Toros in the offseason. I formation to start for the Dragons. Hand off up the middle, and there's some of that vaunted edge rush that we know Arizona loves to bring. That was Alex Constantine making the tackle. Here's the rest of the Arizona defense. Dede Sachs, Mark Mello, Alex Constantine, Hunter Norwood are on the defensive line. Linebackers Joey Tropicana and Sean Moore. Corners Iverson, Gamble, Parker Thomas, and Everett Garrison. And Eddie Gage and Sean Allen are the safeties. Offside run to the right here for Kevin Say. He's got a lane, and he'll pick up 11 and a first down.
Great second down play there. We're expecting to see a lot of Kevin Say today. They like to use him very much in their offense, so good run there.
Kevin Say on the season, first in rushing yards in the SFL, 1,158, and second in rushing touchdowns with 13. This time he picks the ball up out of the backfield on a swing pass, and he'll pick up 8 yards. Receiving the ball, Say not that shabby either. 334 yards through the air and 3 touchdowns coming into the day.
Kevin Say is definitely a big part of DC's offense, so we expect to see a lot of him and a lot of passes, a lot of runs. A very resourceful back.
He gets a very large share of the workload. Is here on second down and short. He'll get the ball and go right up the middle like a hot knife through butter. Get to midfield for another first down. Just to put this in perspective, Kevin Say has 193 carries before the start of today's game. Quarterback Sabaz Synergy only has 282 passing attempts.
I said you'll see a lot of Kevin Say today.
And it'll be up to Arizona to try and slow down that running game. Spin move in the backfield, but met in the hole by Hunter Norwood, the former Jacksonville King and Tallahassee Pride player. Stop save for no gain.
Arizona defense had the number there. They can keep stopping him up the middle.
And something that's going to be super important in this game on the Arizona defensive side is going to be their linebackers. They like to run a 3 linebacker set. Say gets the ball, and he's crunched to the backfield by Constantine. That's Constantine's second tackle today, his first for a loss, and sets up a 3rd and 13.
Great penetration there by Arizona's defensive line. If they can keep that up and keep Say in check.
As I mentioned, that the linebackers, and especially the linebackers moving laterally on those swing pass plays, are going to be super important for DC. Let's see what Sebastian Synergy does, because he's going to try and throw down the field for the first time. 5 wide set, 3-step drop into the coverage, and it's intercepted, and maybe that's why he only has 212 completions on the season. Arizona takes away for the first time, and it is Allen with the interception. Sean Allen has the pick. That is his 3rd of the season, but only the team's 4th overall.
It's a bad decision there by Sebastian Energy. That receiver was surrounded by defenders. Gotta be more careful with the football.
Arizona hasn't had a lot of turnovers on the defensive side this season. I mentioned that's only the 4th interception for the team, but it does get the ball into the hands of Ashley Jackson. She'll swing it out to her running back, DJ Moses, who lowers his shoulder and picks up 7. Here's the Arizona starting offense. Ashley Jackson at quarterback, DJ Moses at running back, Turanio Rivera at fullback, Ryan Owens, Connor Weston, TJ Punk at wide receiver, Jay Hayden and Will Todd at tight end. 3 players to watch on the offensive line, EJ DeQ, Patrick Kelly, and Sean Crooked. And off middle, Moses, and we might have ourselves a power versus power ground game today, Rochelle.
I agree, Michael, but the story today is, I think the key for Arizona to win this game today, DC gives up about 347 passing yards a game, so Ashley Jackson needs to be on point today, not throwing interceptions, give themselves a chance to win here.
Ashley Jackson over 2,000 yards passing on the season, and I wanted to mention those 3 offensive linemen again, EJ DeQ, Patrick Kelly, and Sean Crooked. Ashley Jackson has only been sacked 7 times this season. That's one of the top 5 records in the SFL. Jackson swings out to Moses, but that pass is behind him, and he is going to be laid out well behind the line of scrimmage by John DeSantis.
It was a good read by the defense there and the little out route. They stop. 2nd and long here.
Here's the DC Dragons starting defense. Saeed Gore, John Gary, Isaac Forrester, and Benny Butcher on the defensive line. Linebackers Declan O'Rourke and Riley Hughes and Aaron Gooden. Jackson throws, has the receiver there. That's Ryan Owens for a nifty little catch, but out of bounds. Ryan didn't get his foot down, and it's 3rd and 13. Here's the rest of the DC defense. Cornerbacks, John DeSantis, who just made that play. Ty Wooden, Peanut Say are the other corners, along with Daryl Bullock. Kanye Rockefeller and Kappa Jones are the safeties, and I did see that challenge, so we're going to see if he did, in fact, keep his feet in bounds.
I thought he was inbound from my look at the field, but let's see what the replay says here.
It's one of those calls that is very close. It could go either way. Yeah, he definitely has that right foot in bounds as he makes the catch. You only need 1 foot.
After review, the pass has been ruled complete.
And Eddie Gage, you can see him happy over there on the sideline. So it'll take it from a 3rd and 13 to about a 3rd down and 3. Opens the playbook a little bit more. You can use DJ Moses,
Which we might see here. Yeah, 3rd and 3 is a lot better than 3rd and 13.
They also have Turanio Rivera on a 2-way contract with San Jose at fullback. He could be utilized as well. Jackson, the snap over the middle and racing through for a 1st down. Excellent job by Will Todd, and into the red zone goes Arizona.
Yep, the middle of the field just happened to be wide open at this point. They got behind the linebackers and in front of the secondary. Good play.
And you match up a tight end like Will Todd on a linebacker, especially a linebacker that I think wanted to blitz until he saw how many receivers were going across the middle. Got the defense a little bit tangled up there. Underneath goes Jackson. That's going to be good for about 4 to Jay Hayden. Jay Hayden, veteran player, 4th season in the league, but his first season as a member of the Scorpions came over from Queen City in the offseason.
2nd and 6.
Second down and 6 from the 16. Got to get just inside the 10 for a first down. Jackson, a long count in the gun. She throws to the far side. A little bit of a fluttering pass, but it is complete. That's Connor Weston making the catch and making it 3rd down and 1.
That receiver should just stayed in bounds for 1 more yard. You gotta know where you are on the field as a receiver. Know where the first down marker is.
You get a good shot of 3rd season veteran Benny Butcher. Spent all of it here in D.C. Jackson to the outside, and that's the first down. There's the tight end open when you need him, Will Todd. And 1st and goal to go for the Scorpions.
Nice play on 2nd down there, got the first down. That's a big target there in the field for Ashley Jackson.
And now really, with 1st and goal at the 8, the playbook is open. You could go run to G.J. Moses, pass to G.J. Moses, or find one of your myriad of targets. 5 targets out there, 2 tight ends and 3 wide receivers. It is going to be Moses. He's going up the middle. He's pushing for the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona. D.J. Moses has his 10th rushing touchdown on the season, and the Scorpions have the lead off of the interception.
They came out there in a heavy set, and D.J. Moses got some great blocking by number 22. Big hole. Just struggled right to the goal line with him.
And that's the fullback, Pereneo Rivera, making his presence known. And D.C. is challenging that they were short. Now, it looked to me like he crossed the plane, but we will look at it again. Oh yeah. Ooh, that is actually closer than I initially thought, but we got to look at it again. A fantastic block by Rivera.
After review, the player did cross the plane.
And they're going to be short on the 1 yard line.
I thought he had it. I thought he had it too.
2nd down.
So take that touchdown off the board, but it is 2nd and goal from the 1. We have seen crazier things happen.
I think we're going to see D.J. Moses once again up the middle.
They've gone I formation this time. Moses, middle. This time, there's no doubt as he waltzes in for his 10th touchdown on the season.
I think he walks in untouched that time. Again, following his flow back into the end zone.
And that's really, we're all roster building in the offseason by this Arizona team. That you've set your running back up for success by drafting a fullback in the draft and having those 3 offensive linemen in EJ DeQ, Patrick Kelly, and Sean Crooked. It's just easy sledding right up the middle for DJ Moses. Cliff Allen getting set to take this extra point. It is up, and it is good. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasies. So, Rochelle 7-0 Arizona. And it's points off of turnovers, which, as I mentioned earlier, Arizona doesn't have much of. But they capitalized that time, and in D.C., we saw their weakness in the passing game on full display.
Exactly, Michael. Like I said, if they want to win this game, Ashley's got to play a clean game and not throw interceptions and keep the ball in the air.
10 touchdowns to 14 interceptions for Jackson. 18 touchdowns, 10 interceptions for Synergy, who's got the ball in his hands now, and the ball pops out of his hands as he is smacked on the backside by Alex Constantine, who has been all over this DC offensive line in the first quarter.
And if I was a quarterback and saw that man coming at me, I think I'd be a little scared and run the other direction.
6'5", 310 for Constantine.
A great penetration there.
Second down and 10, just a single receiver out to the far side of the field on the right. Synergy with the 5-step drop. Plays Say. Say with a lot of work to do, makes one man miss, but the second defender, Sean Moore, comes through and cuts him down after only a gain of 3.
That's some pretty quick linebackers there on the Arizona side. They got to that ball in a hurry.
And that's what I mentioned at the very beginning of the game. The linebackers for Arizona are going to have to move very quick laterally in order to deal with Kevin Say. Synergy on the run, and he is crunched again. This time it's D.D. Sachs in his 7th season in the league.
The defensive line is getting great penetration there on the offensive line. Offensive line needs to step up a little bit and keep them from their quarterback. Or it's going to be a long day for Synergy.
Well, a 3-and-out, probably not what DC offensive coordinator Stephen Mullinax would have been envisioning at this point. But he does send Don Wilson out to punt it away from his own 15-yard line. Should be decent field position for Arizona. And that is TJ Punk bringing it up to the 41-yard line.
A great starting field position here for Arizona. You gotta be happy if you're Eddie Gage right now.
Well, after the Arizona interception, they started at the 47. So both of their drives have had very similar starting field position. Jackson almost shaking a tackle in the backfield is DJ Moses. But John DeSantis did a very good job of hanging on to his ankles.
Actually, DJ Moses actually got yardage out of that. I thought they had to stop in the backfield there, but he just kept turning those legs forward.
After the 3-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7, bunch formation to the right. Jackson, plenty of time in the pocket, and throws an interception. Peanut Say takes the ball away, and the Dragons have possession once again.
So Peanut Say's coming over from LA 2 seasons ago. He got right from the receiver. Nice play.
Peanut Say has his 2nd interception and in as many games, and 4th on the season, as he had one last week in the Dragons' defeat to the Denver Nightwings. DC back on the field. Get the ball to Kevin Say. That's been their bell cow early on. It's where they've gotten their yardage, and he picks up 7 on the right side.
Kevin Say broke 1 tackle there. They have to keep him contained, or it's going to be a long day for the Arizona's defense.
That was Peanut Say's 10th interception of his career. DC down 7, 3 minutes to go in the first. Trying to even this ball game up, but not if anything to say about it. Hunter Norwood has, as he stops Kevin Say for only a gain of 1.
Hunter Norwood, as big as he is super, super fast getting through that line.
Norwood spent 8 seasons with the Jacksonville Kings / Tallahassee Pride. Made 4 All-Star games. Spinning out of 2 tackles and pushing his way for the first down is Kevin Say. He's like a whirling dervish in traffic. Once he gets the ball, he just starts spinning.
That'd make me kind of dizzy if I was trying to run the ball that way. He makes it look easy.
taken after BDG Hollywood over in Atlanta. Loves putting defenders in the spin cycle. Floated out to Say. Say with some room to run and picks up 6 on the far side.
We're seeing a lot of Kevin Say here. At least the Kevin Say show for the DC offense.
I mean, if you are the #1 back in the league in rushing yards, #2 in overall carries, and 2 in total touchdowns, you're going to be getting a majority of your team's touches, and he's going to get the ball again here up the middle, but there's nowhere to go as the defensive line just collapses in on him.
And the quickness of the Arizona linebackers, once again, Joey Tropicana breaking through the line.
Joey Tropicana, one of the few players left from the Oklahoma City Renegades that is still on this Arizona Scorpions team when they moved in season 14. Synergy, middle. That's the exact same pass he got picked off on earlier, but this time it's complete to Josh Gill.
Arizona keeps throwing up in the 4-3 defense. They show blitz, and then the linebackers just drop back into coverage. But that's time the ball goes perfectly right over the linebacker's head.
And Shad Allen was there in coverage again. Allen, the former Portland Fleet player, came over to Arizona in the offseason. D-line shifts, power eye left with 2 receivers that direction. Synergy going to throw, complete to Jeff Benefield. And now the DC offense is starting to come alive a little bit here late in the first.
Yeah, the defense shifted, thinking they were going to the right side of the field. They threw it back to the left, and he was wide open on the left side. Nice play. 8-yard gain.
That's how you use a bell cow like Kevin Say to your advantage in a deceptive format. He went to the right. The defense faded that way. They threw back to the left. But this time, Kevin Say gets the ball, and he has had no love up the middle. Joey Tropicana again makes the tackle, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Arizona 7, DC nothing, but the Dragons are driving inside Scorpions territory. This is the Simulation Football League on Twitch.
That was a quick first quarter.
That's what you get when you get a lot of running on both sides. We could have a quick game here this afternoon. Kevin Say, again, nowhere to go. And they're going to might want to try something else on offense to get Kevin Say involved in running up the middle.
Yeah, Arizona's plugging the holes up the middle pretty well. They have to go to the outside. They're going to run the ball against the defense.
And when they've thrown the ball to Say on swing patterns, he's been very effective, picking up 6-7 yards every time. Because Arizona is so committed to stopping that run up the middle, but now on 4th and 2, DC set up to go for it, but they will just try and draw Arizona off sides and call time. And I don't mind that strategy this early into the ball game.
Yeah, I don't like it in the second half of the game, though, when you know you're going to need your timeouts for something else.
Arizona has a very veteran defensive line. D.D. Sachs, 7 seasons in the league, 5 with Arizona. Mark Mello, 5 in the league, 5 with Arizona. Same with Alex Constantine and Hunter Norwood, 9 seasons. 8 of those over in Jacksonville.
So far, both teams are pretty much even on offense. Arizona has that 1 touchdown.
And it's going to be about a 32-yarder for Potty. And he gets it to go from 36, and the Dragons are on the board.
That was almost blocked. They came after him.
But the Dragons kicker gets it up and good. Now 10 of 10 on the season. And he is set to kick it off. This is the first kickoff return for the Scorpions in the ball game, and they will have their deepest starting field position as Jalen Gage, the reserve tight end, has been injured on the play.
See what happened to him here.
Oh, just
Let me
looks like
see.
he rolled up on his ankle as he was trying to block.
Don't worry, he'll be back next week. He's the best doctors in the the best doctors in the world in the SFL.
And he was trying to block, actually, reserve running back Pete Cunningham for DC. So 2 offensive players playing special teams there. And from their own 26, here come the Scorpions. A bit high, but Moses takes the ball, spins once, and will be driven backwards at the 31-yard line for a gain of 5.
Yes, the out routes working for both teams. If I was going to keep doing it, they're trying to go up the middle with their runs.
But the way the teams are set up, you'd think that Arizona might have a little bit more love up the middle than DC has. But they have been leaning more on Ashley Jackson, and that ball is batted away and incomplete. Kanye Rockefeller was right there.
Nice play for the defense. Hit brick hands there. That ball was basically thrown right to him, too.
Jackson needed to put a little bit more air under that ball to get it to her receiver down the field. Now 4 wide, 3 to the top side, right, 1 left. It's quickly 3rd and 5. On play action, Jackson lets it go. Double coverage and incomplete. She was aiming for DJ Punk, I believe.
Either he heard footsteps or he was just, the defenders were just off surrounding him. He didn't even see the ball. And a big hit at the end of the play.
It was double coverage, and maybe one of those 2 safeties got a hand in there, but it'll be the first punt of the game for Ryan Garcia. And it'll be a similar area to where Don Wilson punted for DC at the end of their second to last drive. From just inside the 20, fair catch called for and taken. So it'll be DC ball at their own 34. Have you checked out video content produced by our community lately? Catch the Sim Pod every week, SFL Crunch Time, and Road to Glory every Wednesday night. SFL Nights with AJ Stryker premieres Thursday nights. Say it with your chest on Fridays, and NEMA can be seen all week long, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The live show schedule can be accessed through our Discord server at the top of the channel listing. Just look for the Events tab. Here is Say on the receiving end from a pass from Synergy. He'll go for 9.5 on the first play from scrimmage and get up to the 43-yard line. And back onto the SFL content team. There's so much good stuff, written content on our website as well. Power rankings, Swamp Talk, interviews, and there's so much good content produced by our community.
I agree, Michael.
This time, he always spins away from a tackle, and that might be his best run up the middle of the ball game as he breaks into Arizona territory.
Just as I was going to say, they keep going their little out routes. They run it up the middle and have success. So what do I know?
Well, it was still tough sledding for Kevin Say. He got the first down pretty easily, but about a yard past there, he got hit and had to bounce it to the outside.
Well, they moved the chains and it's 1st and 10, so you'll be happy there.
This time, Synergy alone in the backfield. He launches it deep. It's caught and fumbled, and Arizona picks it up, but something tells me this might be reviewed and go the other way.
Yeah, I don't think he made a football move. I don't think he even caught the ball, actually. He was hit right when he caught it. I think it was knocked loose. Yep, he didn't catch that ball.
It was a good job by Josh Gill to get a hand on it. But then it was knocked free by Everett Garrison. And there is the challenge flag by Stephen Mullinax, and I think this one will be overturned.
He never had control of the ball what I see in the replay, but you never know what R62 is going to say.
Let's see. Ball in the hand, and he doesn't even have a chance to put a
No,
foot down before it's knocked out.
he was hit hard.
After review, the receiver did have possession.
And it will
But
be
is
indeed
therefore ruled a fumble
an
of
incomplete
the visiting
pass.
team.
So that's 2 challenges for DC and 1 for Arizona so far in this first half. All have been successful.
R62 doing a good job today so far.
Ball just on the Arizona side of midfield. Play action for Synergy. Receiver open underneath. Pass caught. That's Jeff Banfield, and he's 2 yards short of the first down.
Once again, there goes a little out route that seems to be working for them.
And the offensive line for DC has done a little bit better in pass coverage when they're not being overloaded by the linebackers.
Arizona keeps showing blitz, but they're not actually. Then they all set back to coverage. So
3rd down and 2. 8 minutes to go in the half. Nice seal block on the outside. Kevin Say stop and go. Gets to the sideline, and he's taken down at the 30-yard line. Another move of the chains for the DC halfback.
a little stutter step there by Kevin Say. Got himself some extra yards by stopping there for a second.
Right there to mess up Jordan. And DC down into enemy territory now, looking to take the lead with a touchdown.
Actually in field goal range here.
Delayed handoff to Say somehow gets skinny and gets through the initial wave of black-shirted defenders. And Jalen Cage, that is an injury description if I've ever seen one. He just got the wind knocked out of him. He'll be fine.
Sure.
Handoff, Say, and this time he's tackled one-on-one, a yard short of the first down. That injury description reminds, it seems like something that Eddie Gage himself would have just written on a doctor's note.
Some dirt on it. Get back out there. Get back in the game. Throw some dirt. You're okay.
3rd down and 1. Say barely gets there. He was stopped up for a second in the backfield, but somehow found an opening. And he powered forward. Everett Garrison brought him down, but not before another move of the chains.
He's getting the first downs, but he's actually paying for it. He's getting hard up that middle. But they keep going to him.
This will be the 9th play of the drive. Synergy to Say on the outside. Gets a seal block, but the blocker left him out to dry. And he only picks up 3 yards.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that blocker was doing out there, or if Kevin Say just wasn't patient. DC is now in the red zone, so let's see what they can do here.
2nd and 7 from the 17. Got to get to the 10. Again, it's Kevin Say with room to work. And the spin move doesn't get him anywhere but 1 yard, and another tackle by Everett Garrison. And it seems that Garrison has drawn the spy assignment when they go to that swing pass.
And the swing pass is working really well, but I think Arizona's finally finding an answer for it. They're covering more on the outside.
3rd down and 6. 4 wide. Chest high snap for Synergy over the middle and caught inside the 5 and down to the 4.
Yep, that 90s all slants play is hard to cover by any defense if it's working.
Lauren Percoco, who came over from Fort Worth in the offseason, makes the grab, and it's 1st and goal DC. High formation. Kevin Say up the middle. That's the first time we've seen him go up the middle like that in a while, and he gets stonewalled by Q.
Kevin Say's gonna be one sore person tomorrow after this game if he keeps running the ball up the middle that way.
Looking for his 14th rushing touchdown on the season, and 17th overall is Kevin Say. He'll get the ball again and be wrapped up almost before he even took the ball out of the quarterback's hands.
That was Alex Constantine with a big hit there and a nice stop.
Now 3rd and goal, and do you think about maybe throwing it to Say on a slant pattern or an out route?
I would throw it to Say on the out route up top.
It will be a throw. It will be to Say. He's got a man to beat, and it's the defense that wins the battle that time. Everett Garrison denies Say a lane to the end zone, and it's 4th and goal.
That time the ball was thrown a little bit behind Kevin Say, so he had to kind of stop to catch it. He had no forward momentum there. So allowed the defense to submerge on him really quickly.
So now this will be a relative chip shot for Pawdy. And he gets it to go from 22. So it's a 1-point Arizona lead. And after that initial drive, after the interception, the Arizona offense has sputtered a little bit.
While Kevin Say just keeps grinding on the DC side.
And they've only had 2 drives since that rushing touchdown by DJ Moses, and it was 2 plays at an interception, and then a 3-and-out. It's been mostly DC in control of this second quarter. They've had 2 of the 3 drives in this quarter for 10 minutes of ball control time.
Let's see how Arizona comes out here and responds to the field goal now.
DC in the lead in total yards, 121 to 71. And outside, keeping his toes in bounds, is Connor Weston, who picks up the catch for 4. 3:06 to go in the half.
That was a nice play on first down by Arizona with a little out route there. Get 4 yards of. So we get 2nd and 6 now. Let's see what they have in store for us this time.
Ashley Jackson, 58 yards so far in the first half on 10 of 13, 1 interception. DJ Moses breaks a tackle, and he's got speed past midfield, and he's finally knocked down by Kappa Jones inside DC territory at the 44.
That was an amazing run by DJ Moses there, and if he'd gotten past Kappa Jones, he'd have been off to the races there. Nice touchdown saving stop there.
And he broke away from a tackle at the line of scrimmage, then got 2 fantastic blocks on linebackers on the inside that gave him a clean lane down the left-hand side of the field. Low snap, Jackson middle, caught in stride by TJ Punk for 13 yards and a first down.
That was a rocket there by Jackson. 90-yard slants.
We know that Jackson has the arm strength, and even back when she was part of the Tulsa Desperados in her first 2 seasons, had a lot of downfield arm strength.
He was showing it there.
We have hit the 2-minute warning of the first half. Arizona leads 7-6 and is driving down inside DC territory. This is the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on Switch. We've got a defensive battle through the first half, Rochelle. It's about what you expected.
Yeah, basically. Especially with Eddie Gage, coaching one of the teams here.
And 2 teams that love to run the football. Play action for Jackson. Barely gets the pass away, and it's incomplete because Connor Weston had a foot out of bounds.
Yep, the receiver, not sure what happened there, but he was out of bounds when he caught the ball. Maybe the ball was thrown a little bit behind him when the receiver out of bounds with the throw.
A little bit of, a little bit more offense, rather, going on in the other game going on right now. 14-14 between the Corsairs and the Fury. That game going on the SFL's YouTube channel. Jackson moves in the pocket and shows off some of the arm strength as she pinpoints that ball to Ryan Owens to set up 3rd down and 2.
Well, the play was well defended and got stopped short of the first down marker. So good play on the offense and defense on that play there. Maybe we're
And
gonna
now
see DJ
Power I
Moses.
on 3rd and 2. Moses looking for a lane, barely finds one, was very patient as his A gap was stopped, but he found the B gap back to the left and got a 1st down.
Well, DC had 7 people in the box there, and somehow Moses broke through and got the 1st down. Now we're in the red zone.
Jackson floats it out to Moses, and he doesn't get very far post making the grab. Only a gain of 4. Hurry up offense now for Arizona with the clock down under a minute. Arizona still has 3 timeouts. Jackson underneath. That's to Toraneo Rivera. Rivera only gets 1. And a timeout called by Arizona to set up this 3rd down play.
Arizona does not want to settle for a field goal here. They'd like the touchdown going into the halftime with the lead. The bigger lead.
They got 44 seconds, but this 3rd down has to go. Got to get to the 8 to move the chains. Jackson on a 5-step drop. She'll go to the end zone.
Oh, no.
It's picked off. Kanye Rockefeller in his 13th SFL season picks that one, and DC will have the ball back for the final 40 seconds of the first half. 2nd interception of the game thrown by Ashley Jackson.
That was a very dangerous throw by Ashley, and it wasn't even near the receiver. They had like 4 defenders there in front of that receiver to catch the ball.
3rd interception on the season for Kanye Rockefeller and 59th on his career. As Kevin Say will go for no yards.
I think DC's here is just going to run the clock out with Kevin Say, not do anything too crazy. You don't want an interception this deep into your own territory. As I say that.
They might be going for something here with 15 seconds left. No, they'll just spread the defense out and give a little bit more space for Kevin Say to waste some time.
I think we're going to head to the locker room here. What do you think?
I think that is the end of the first half. Well, DC dominated time of possession, but only 2 field goals off of all that for the Dragons, and it's Arizona that takes a 1-point lead into the break. We get set for second half action from Fatality Field. Shan Varner and Aaron Goodner on stats. Michelle Colston is in the booth with me. My name is Michael Torello. Kevin Irvine is producer extraordinaire as always. 2 interceptions for Ashley Jackson in that first half, and the second one really is the reason why the lead is only 1 for Arizona, despite being outpossessed 15 minutes to 6.
We see a little bit more scoring in this game, but it's becoming a big defensive battle for sure. And their offense seems to be, both offenses comparable, are about even.
It has been a slugfest in the trenches on both sides. Slightly more effective in the passing game for Arizona, slightly better in the rushing game for DC. High snap corral by Jackson. Pump fake to try and move the defender, and it's intercepted again, this time off the deflection variety, and it's going to be beautiful field position for the Dragons as John DeSantis takes the ball away.
Ashley Jackson definitely wants that one back. They almost got, it was almost a pick 6 there, Michael.
Yeah, And DeSantis, right place, right time, as that pass was deflected.
Lucky that wasn't a touchdown on the interception.
So now 3 interceptions for DC, 1 by DeSantis, 1 by Say, and 1 by Rockefeller.
Arizona showing blitz.
But they only rush 4, and finding a space in the zone is Jeff Banfield to pick up 11 and a first down.
Nice throw there by Synergy. Right to his man. And don't look down, but DC's looking to score in the red zone.
How often do you see a first half of the SFL with both quarterbacks under 100 passing yards? The answer is not very often. Look out, there's Kevin Say. He hasn't gotten loose very much today, but that time he did, and sets up a 1st and goal at the 5.
And that time he got loose up the middle. We'll call that blocking in front. Nice.
And that was probably one of the paramount things in the locker room at halftime for DC. Offensive coordinator Stephen Mullinax probably all over that O-line saying, you got to give me some run blocking. Say, middle, knocked down. Only a gain of 1. DC was inside the 10 earlier in the first half, but they had to settle for 3 because Arizona's...
Nice tackle.
Yeah, it was a nice tackle because Arizona's defense stopped Say 3 times in a row.
And Mark Mello caught him from behind that time on the tackle and stopped the touchdown.
Strong side right, they go that way, and it wasn't very strong because there were 3 orange and black jerseys right there to make the tackle for a loss of 2. Leading the charge was Allen.
That time, Say was just swarmed by the Arizona defenders. He wasn't going anywhere that time.
And now 5 wide from the 6. Synergy gonna test the Arizona secondary, and it's knocked away. First to it was Joey Tropicana.
And that was almost picked off there by Arizona. That's a very dangerous throw. And who was there? Eddie Gage.
But Tropicana had a hand to it first, and Eddie Gage covered up through the middle, almost picked it off.
Yep, they were working on tip drills this week after that play.
Eddie Gage, number 1 in all-time tackles, passes defended, and interceptions in the Simulation Football League, but not yet a pick 6. 86 interceptions in his career. Not one of them has gone the other way. This is going to be another chip shot field goal for Party.
I'm glad you said it this time instead of me.
It's something we all like to rib Eddie about, but he'll get one eventually.
Yeah, he figured by now that he should have one. It's been seasons since he's been in the SFL.
Eddie Gage, 3 assisted tackles today, puts him over 1,500 total tackles for his career. The first ever SFL player to hit that milestone.
And for the first time in the game, DC has the lead.
9-7 off 3 Party field goals.
If DC's having trouble finding the end zone today.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah. Especially in a low-scoring game like we have today.
I mean, I remember last week, Louisiana beat Charleston 15-0 behind 5 field goals. Nobody got in the end zone that game.
Wow. I guess when they get into the trenches, into the red zone, the Arizona defense tightens up.
Replay for Arizona after the D-line jumped offside. That'll be about a 9-yard reception to Connor Weston.
He'll just decline the penalty here.
Neutral zone infraction, number 75.
Great slate of games yesterday. If you missed any of the action, Jacksonville toppled Tulsa 20-7. Fort Worth bested Los Angeles 46-14. Baltimore remained undefeated with a 56-38 win over Denver. That was a high-scoring game. Charleston got over Carolina 32-10. St. Louis bested Atlanta 19-13, and in one of the highest-scoring games of the season, Houston and Portland battled, and the Hyenas came out on top 48-35.
Ow. That's a lot of points in one game.
Hand off middle, that's close to a first down, and on countback, Moses will get the move of the chains.
Arizona's got an answer here. It's been a while since they put some points on the board.
It was their first drive of the ball game after Synergy's interception.
Ash's got to settle in and not throw the ball away here.
I wouldn't be surprised if they leaned on DJ Moses a little bit more here. Jackson underneath to Weston. That's a good safe play for 6.
You got second and short here, so Arizona is moving the ball this time. The out routes are working. I would just keep throwing those so they can learn how to defend them.
Every time Jackson has tried to throw something over the top, it's been either knocked out or intercepted, and neither team has really had a big play in the ball game. DJ Moses up the middle. He had a clean hole all the way to the first down marker, and he picks up a first down.
And DC came out in the 4-3 defense, and Moses still found a hole up the middle. Nice run.
Credit to the blocking of Coronel Rivera, EJ DeQ, Patrick Kelly, and Sean Crooked. Another offside, second of the drive for DC, and that is borderline whether they're going to accept the penalty or not, because I think Moses got 6, but even though you might want to accept the penalty and have 1st and 5 instead of 2nd and 4.
I think I stick with the 1st and 5.
And they will accept the penalty, take a first down and 5. Second offsides jump for DC on this drive when we've seen both defensive lines be very effective and very patient to this point of the ball game.
Maybe the D-line's getting frustrated a little bit. I don't know.
Two tight ends left, 2 receivers right. Jackson, the under center snap. Swings the ball out to DJ Moses. Moses breaks a tackle and has another first down, this time into Washington territory.
A little out route working again. Spin me by almost another tackle there. The first in Washington territory.
This game reminds me of old-timey SFL Swing City. The old Skyhawks, the old Baltimore Crabs. They loved getting their running backs out in space, and Jackson, oh, that was close to being picked off again. DeSantis was there.
That ball was thrown a little bit behind the receiver there, and it was almost another mistake. Thank goodness it just fell harmlessly to the ground this time. Yep, it does remind me of the Carolina football game. Logan Jack to the outside. Logan Jack to the outside. Going blitz again.
2nd and 10, low snap. Jackson goes underneath. That pass is caught. The defender tried to jump the route, and that means it's going to be an Arizona first down. Nice play by TJ Punk to stay on his feet.
Nice play by TJ Punk to catch the ball, even though the defender flashed in front of his face. Way to hang on there and move the ball forward.
That was Gerald Bullock, the rookie out of Lexington, 2nd round selection. Again to Moses, and this time Moses is crunched at the line of scrimmage as the defense was ready for it that time. That was Kanye Rockefeller with the hit.
Boy, it was a big hit on DJ Moses there. The defense was definitely ready for that one.
2nd down and 10. Ashley Jackson up over 100 yards passing, 20 of 27. And another out route completion is sliding backwards out of bounds is Will Todd.
Yeah, routes are working, but now you're third and medium. You just gotta come up with a 6-yard play here to get a first down. Even though they're in field goal range.
Sorry, Rochelle. The only offensive player for Arizona that has not touched the ball today is Toriano Rivera.
I think his job is to block.
And he keeps the defensive line off Jackson's back, and that allows her to hit Connor Weston down inside the red zone to the 11.
Connor Weston just put himself where nobody else could catch the football. There were defenders everywhere. He was just in the middle of them, and Ashley Jackson threw a nice pass to him. They can still get a first down here, though.
They can inside the 1, but I think that Ashley Jackson and company will be looking end zone. Not this time, it's short for Will Todd again. Arizona was down in this area of the field right at the end of the first half, but a Kanye Rockefeller interception meant that the Scorpions were held off the board, and that allowed the Dragons to take the lead early in this third quarter.
That pass just led the receiver out of bounds. I think if he had a little bit further upfield, he'd have been in the end zone that time.
From the 7, Jackson looking end zone, intercepted again. That is a ridiculously athletic play.
What's that?
It's the rookie Darrell Bullock making up for his mistake earlier on the drive.
Oh, he got up there and climbed that ladder.
Too. Wow.
Second time today she's been intercepted in the end zone. Wish she could have those back.
Well, he did not stay in the end zone, so DC is going to be at the 1.
Ooh. Expect to see Kevin Say here to get him out of trouble, hopefully.
No, it's going to be play action. It's going to be a short pass. It's going to be incomplete. Deflected away by Parker Thomas.
It's dangerous.
And you could see the edge rush. Dede Sachs and Mark Mello, they were coming for Sabaz Synergy on that play.
Surprised they didn't play it safe and run the ball.
Well, now they've got I formation. Kevin Say, plenty of room, spin move and a first down out to the 12.
Now they have a little bit of breathing room on offense. They're probably thankful for this little short run by Kevin Say here for the first down.
Thomas Patterson says, I want to see 9-9. He was rooting for the safety, but DC avoids it, and we'll have a fresh set of downs.
I know, it's funny.
Say going backwards. And if they'd run that play on the 1, it would have been a safety.
That time Arizona did bring everybody.
I would have done that while they were on the 1.
Yeah, me too.
Synergy, and the route was jumped by Garrison, who could only knock it away.
That would have been a pick 6 for sure.
And that ball was just a little underthrown as Synergy was trying to loft it to his receiver on the sideline.
DC is very lucky that wasn't a pick 6. There was nobody in front of him whatsoever.
Synergy on play action over the middle. Pass is caught, but it's not enough for a first down. Mike Churchill picks up his first catch of the day, but it will be 4th and 3, and Don Wilson will come on to punt from deep in his own territory. Oh, this
it's
one is
blocked.
blocked. Jumped on at the 5-yard line by DC, but it will not matter as Arizona is going to be set up inside the 5, first and goal.
You couldn't ask for better field position to be on the 5-yard line. Oh my goodness.
Well, they almost had a block in the first quarter on a Wilson punt, and this time the defense gets there.
This is a gift. Let's see if they can.
Arizona now looking to cash in. It's going to be DJ Moses up the middle, nowhere to go. Nice job by Declan O'Rourke.
Now, if I were Arizona, I think it'd be a little swing route to DJ Moses on the top.
Only 2 receivers out there. On 2nd and goal from the 4, quick handoff. Moses again nowhere to go, and again it's Declan O'Rourke making a 2nd straight tackle.
DC has everybody on the line here. I don't think going to the middle is going to work. If they have to go to the outside, they want to keep running the ball.
3rd and goal. This is the 3rd time Arizona has been inside the red zone. Correction, 4th time. They are 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions in the first 3 times. This time a swing pass over the middle. Touchdown Arizona. Will Todd finds the space underneath, and the Scorpions take the lead.
That time, Will Todd was wide open in the middle of the end zone. Big target, great pass, touchdown Arizona.
Touchdown number 9 in the career of Will Todd, number 3 on the season. Ashley Jackson has her 11th touchdown pass of the year.
Now the Arizona Scorpions are back on top. So back and forth we go.
In an extremely defensive battle, it may be a play on special teams that determines the outside of this game.
As Arizona went almost 2 quarters without scoring there, they finally got another touchdown in the 3rd quarter.
And it's their defense that kept them in the game, forcing 2 chip shot field goals by DC that by all rights could have been touchdowns. Kickoff from Cliff Allen. Taken by Rockefeller, spins out of a tackle. Kanye Rockefeller has breakaway speed, but he's only able to get up to the 27-yard line, and that is where DC will take over.
I was getting excited there. I thought we were going to have one of these kickoff touchdown returns.
I have not called a kickoff return for a touchdown yet this season.
I've seen
They've
a
been
bunch of
avoiding
them.
me.
I've seen a bunch of them, unfortunately.
Kevin Shea up the middle. Nothing doing that time.
If they learned before halftime that the up the middle run's not working for Kevin Say, they got to get the ball to the outside on this Arizona defense. Their linebackers are plugging the holes up the middle.
Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions, plus articles from our content team, including Power Rankings, What We Learned, the Read Option, and Talent Factory Features Series. As over the middle, there's a pass complete. That's Lauren Percoco, the tight end, picking up a 1st down.
That's just a quarterback trusting your tight end, saying, okay, you're out there, you're a big target, you're surrounded by defenders, but I don't care, I'm going to throw the ball to you anyway and trust you can come down with it.
Blanketed by Eddie Gage, but still managed to come down with that ball. See all the league records, team stats, and player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. Kevin Shea trying to get to the outside, and he is dragged down from behind as we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. 4's up. We head to the final frame. Arizona with a 5-point advantage. Welcome back. Fourth quarter on tap alongside Shan Varner and Aaron Gooden on stats and Michelle Colson on analysis. My name is Michael Trillo. Final quarter of this one, 11 minutes to go, and in a defensive battle out west. Handoff, Kevin Say, nowhere to go. Mark Mello. He's been the one player on this Arizona Scorpions defensive line we haven't really talked about today, but he makes his presence known that time.
Arizona's defensive line, great job stopping the runs up the middle. DC's gonna have to go to the outside. They're throwing trips right here, so
Synergy lets it fly, tipped, and is that caught?
Oh my.
Did Lord Coco catch that on the deflection? That is nuts.
That was crazy. I was like, okay, that's incomplete. It's like, no, it's caught by the receiver.
Unbelievable. With two defenders in her face, Lord Percoco somehow comes down with that. If that's not catch of the week, I don't know what is.
That was insane.
And off middle, Kevin Say dragging defenders to the Arizona 40. The SFL spotlights games in their own time slot one final time this season on SFL Twitch Monday, March 28th, when Fort Worth faces Lone Star. This final special feature. Guests from around the league are welcomed throughout the broadcast by a dynamic pair of SFL legends to discuss the game, the season, and the league. Don't miss out on the final Monday night special of season 18. That's 2 weeks from Monday night. Third down and no.
The linebackers are showing their quickness there, getting to the outside quickly to stop Kevin Say on a little run there.
I think DC needs to go back to the swing pass. That's where Say has gotten the majority of his yards today.
Agreed.
They do go to the swing pass, and a nice block gets Say free and down inside the 30 before he's tackled by Sean Allen.
If I was DC here, I'd keep running that little swing pass. It seems to work really well for them against this defense.
I'm glad we're getting a replay because I want to highlight whoever made this block. That was right tackle Ezekiel Rubin got out there and made that clutch block.
Very nice block. Here we see the little swing pass again.
They do like to run it out of this formation. And they will get it to Say again. But this time the block wasn't quite there. That time from the left tackle, Mike God.
Clearly the tackle was behind him. The block was behind the receiver. So no chance of getting in front.
So the Monday night special is not 2 weeks from tonight. It is tomorrow. Next week, March 28th. I can do that. You don't want to miss it anyway. Whenever,
Oh no!
Oh no! Okay. Moore has gotten up too often. We see those go for injuries, but it'll be third down and 3 for the second straight time on this drive.
Defense is shifting everywhere.
And again, Kevin Say, nowhere to go with the backfield. Stopped up and dropped by Mello.
At that time, the
4th and
defense
5.
is shifted, and they actually brought the blitz to stop Kevin Say in his tracks.
And it looks like Pauty is out there for his 4th field goal attempt. This one from 40 yards.
And DC still can't find the end zone. Be the 4th field goal of the day for him.
The right foot swings through it, and it is good from 40 yards. That's a long for the day for Pauty. And DC lowers the gap to 2.
Now, if you had that safety a little while ago, it'd be all tied up.
It would be. No, it would be 16,
Oh, no, 16 to 12.
12.
All right.
APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and consistently refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. Explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your project, visit apmmusic.com. A lot of lateral running that time by TJ Punk. We only gets up to the 26-yard line.
Spin, move, hit, spin, move, hit, spin, move, hit. If he just would have broken one of those spin moves, he'd have been off to the races at that point.
I kind of feel like whoever has the ball last is going to have a better chance of winning this game. A third offsides jump from the DC defense, and Moses is taking advantage of it and barreling his way for a first down.
Getting paid the penalty there. Great run.
All DJ Moses needs is that one little broken tackle, and he's got the speed.
It's a very fast back.
His long of 26 yards today. Well, excuse me, long of 27 yards today. Kevin Say, 81 yards, 29 carries, only 12 is his long, 2.8 yards per carry. That shows you how much the Arizona game plan was focused on shutting him down. Moses, the middle for 7.
That time, the free safety Kanye Reckenballer came up and made a big old hit on Moses from the secondary.
He's done that a couple of times today, and he has an interception as well.
Probably shifts on the D-line on both sides of the ball.
Only a 3-man rush. It's still actually Jackson finds a man open, and it's Jay Hayden for a first down.
His first catch of the day.
Second, I believe, catch of the day for Jay Hayden.
But Ashley's involved in all of her offensive weapons. Except for the fullback. Run straight.
Jackson with time. Jackson going for it and completes it. Inside the 35 and down to the 24-yard line before Ryan Owens is...
What a rocket by Jackson. The receiver just got right behind the secondary and made a great catch. Good play there by Arizona. Great job there by tight end Jay Hayden, muscling his way for that first down marker. No problem. And Moses is having a great day. He's averaging like 6.8 yards per carry. Yep, Ashley's got to be very, very careful here and not throw the ball away again. Especially another one in the end zone that'd be like detrimental here. Exactly, Cam. We definitely time is not on DC's side right now. I think we're gonna
3:35
see
to go. I was muted that time. Apologies to our audience. Rochelle was hearing me, but yeah, Michael had some technical issues, and he'll get reconnected here shortly. First and goal at the goal line for Arizona. Maybe Turillo can call the touchdown.
I will! Touchdown, DJ Moses. How did he get there? I
Welcome
don't
back.
know. My computer crashed, but Arizona's into the end zone and has a 2-score lead.
DJ Moses just walked into the end zone that time untouched. Great blocking up front by the O-line.
You're
That
gonna,
was fun.
you're gonna have to fill me in on how they got down to the 2-yard line. Apologies,
DJ
everybody.
Moses time.
Sometimes the technology is not with you, but Arizona does have 21 points, 2 touchdowns on the day from Moses. And it is 21-12.
So Arizona goes up by 2 scores with 3 minutes left in the game.
And this has come down to, yes, Arizona being excellent on defense, but DC 3 times in the red zone, and they have 3 field goals out of it. Whereas Arizona, 4 times in the red zone, they've got 2 touchdowns.
DC's moved the ball down their field, he just couldn't. But once they got into the red zone, the Arizona defense just stepped up every time and took 4 field goals.
Kanye Rockefeller on the return. DC now got to go and go quickly. 3:14 to go. The Dragons have the 2-minute warning and all 3 timeouts. And they got to get in the end zone twice and stop an Arizona offense that has come into its own here in the 4th quarter. And a big hit on the outside.
I don't think there's enough time on the clock left for DC to keep running these little swing routes to the outside. Then they get some chunks of yardage at once. Oh,
That one was not the prettiest pass. It was batted down by Allen over the middle. Excuse me, it was Tropicana that batted it down.
that was a dangerous throw by Synergy. He's looking for chunks of yardage that he has to have right now on this drive.
Third and 1. Synergy finds a receiver. And a first down to Jeff Banfield.
Hurry up offense.
Synergy going downfield. That's his longest pass play of the day. And it's complete to Josh Gill. Now DC goes up tempo inside Arizona territory. 2.5 to go.
A great play there by DC.
Quick out to say that play is going nowhere.
If they do that again here.
I believe that was Tropicana on the tackle. They're going to swing it out again. This time more room for the running back to work with. And just launching himself at the tackle was Everett Garrison. In some other forms of football, that might get you ejected, but not here. Last play before the 2-minute warning. 3rd down at 7. Synergy moves in the pocket, finds the release valve to Kevin Say, and he's going to be nowhere near the first down as another tackle by Everett Garrison stops him short as we hit the 2-minute warning. Arizona up 21-12. DC going to have to pull a rabbit out of a hat to come away with this one. This Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on Twitch.
This is definitely 4-down territory here. Let's see. Oh, they're going to kick a field goal.
They're going to try a 52-yard field goal. And that would put them down 7 with 1:57 to go. Paudy gets it away. It is
good.
Go, it's good. I thought he missed it to the right, but it's just barely inside the upright. And it is a 6-point game with 1:57 to go. That is as close as you can get.
Like the longest one in his career.
I will double check.
Great kick, though. Here comes the onside kick. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, it's batted around, and Arizona has it. But still, 151 and 3 timeouts, not impossible for DC.
And DC's gonna have to come up in here and get a big stop on defense here.
Oh, no, DC got it.
What?
DC got it. Bolo Young slid in there and grabbed it right at the end for the Dragons.
Oh my, I missed that one. But
I
Arizona
didn't
had
do
it
it to the
for sure.
replay.
Wow.
DC pulls the wool over everybody's eyes.
Got plenty of time on the clock left too, Mike.
And a touchdown potentially wins the game on the extra point. Synergy downfield caught quickly inside Arizona territory, 1:44 to go.
What a play.
That was Mike Churchill on the catch. Still waiting for Gus Scott to get back and get set. 5 wide, up tempo, 3-man rush for Arizona. Synergy going downfield,
Oh.
beautiful defense. Beautiful defense. That was
What's that?
intended for Josh Gill.
That was Iverson Gamble there on a big hit.
And he got the hit, but also deflected the ball first.
Nice play on defense there.
Second and 10. Can the Arizona defense hold out? They've been big all game. Have not allowed a DC touchdown. Synergy, middle, deflected and incomplete. That looked like it was off the helmet of Eddie Gage.
That was a very dangerous pass by Synergy. He threw that ball into very, very heavy coverage.
Now 3rd and 10.
And you don't
Four
want to throw
down
the ball at Eddie
territory of-
Gage.
4 down territory, of course, for DC. Field goal does them no good, 1:28 to go.
5 wide receivers on the field.
Arizona rushes 4. Synergy with time and throws it away. There was nobody near that ball in a white uniform, and it's 4th and 10.
The receivers were all bumped off their routes. I don't know what happened there. But there was nobody near that ball.
Here we go. This is the biggest play of the game for both teams. DC on a 4th and 10 to try and keep it alive. Arizona defense has been the standout. So Synergy's going to throw, and it's caught! Josh Gill climbs the ladder, and the Dragons are still alive after a 4th down conversion.
We had time to convert a 4th down on this play here. 1 minute left in the game, and they're almost in the red zone.
And Sabaz Synergy was not really involved in this game for the most part, except to flip it to Kevin Say, which he does here. Say knocked over after a gain of only 2. Up tempo comes again. DC still has all 3 timeouts under a minute to go. Remember,
They're
a
not
field
gonna
goal
use
does them
them.
no good. Synergy, middle,
no.
incomplete. Joey Tropicana had the game in his hands, and it fell to the turf. And DC has another lifeline.
Wow, that was a dangerous pass. It's becoming very exciting towards the end of the game. 42 seconds left, Michael.
They're down at 8 from just inside the 20. 4 wide, tight end right is Percoco. Only a 3-man rush again. Synergy over the middle and knocked away. Sean Allen playing center field, knocked that one down, and it's 4th down again. 39 seconds left.
Biggest play of the game here for DC.
The biggest play of the game since the play about 30 seconds ago. Another 4th down for DC on this drive. They converted the first one on 4th and 10. This one's 4th and 8. Synergy gonna go to the end zone. Up, down, Dragons. Josh Gill on the exact same 4th down play they converted the last one. This time it's a touchdown, and DC's tied the game, and an extra point would give them the lead.
Oh my gosh. He got behind the defender. He was all by himself in the end zone. I am like amazed. Great play by DC.
35 seconds for Arizona to try and get into field goal range now. Pauty with the game on his foot to give DC their first lead since it was 9-7 early in the second quarter. It's good, 22-21. That was a big drive by Synergy. Now the pressure on Ashley Jackson and her receiving core. Can they match it? But they only have 35 seconds. Coverage of the Simulation Football League on Next Level Sports continues March 26th. First, a playoff rematch between London and Arizona, followed by a rivalry in the Pacific between Vancouver and LA. Bonus coverage includes San Diego, Houston, and Tulsa, Florida. Coverage starts at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Visit NLSE.com to find Next Level Sports in your area. They will stop at the 19-yard line. Arizona, 80 yards on the field, but they only need probably about 55, 60 of them to get into field goal range.
Hopefully they come out here with an air raid attack here.
Jackson has 4 interceptions on the day. 3 of them have come in the red zone. He's going to launch it, and it's in and out of the hands of John DeSantis. That would have ended the game.
She's got to take off the interceptions and just throw them to her own teammates, not the other team. Dangerous pass. It did stop. The positive note, it did stop the clock.
It does stop the clock. 24 seconds left. Arizona still has all 3 timeouts. But they're going to have to connect on one of these big passes to get down the field and potentially get into Cliff Allen field goal range. 24 seconds. Jackson over the middle. Over the head of her intended receiver, TJ Puckett, incomplete. That play only took 3 seconds off the clock.
Play was well covered by the defense. It's just a little bit. The ball was just a little bit overthrown.
Jackson, middle, knocked away, and here's 4th and ball game with 17 seconds to go.
Well, it'll come down to this play here. And Arizona did what DC just did to them a second ago.
DC converted 2 4th downs on their last drive, both of them to Josh Gill to set up the touchdown. That potentially, it's a free play. And Arizona's going to get a second chance at 4th down.
If you're DC, you're kicking yourself right now. You can't give them gifts like this at the end of the game.
Number 96, defense.
Let's put this last play into context before we get it. Arizona's at 3-4, but yet they're only a half game back of Sioux Falls in the Western Division. Sioux Falls at 4-4, Denver 4-5, Las Vegas 3-4, and they are losing by 10 in the 4th quarter, and Arizona at 3-4. This division is still all to play for, with nobody with an over 500 record in it.
That division's crazy.
Arizona trying to stay alive with their playoff chances here, and Ashley Jackson finds a receiver right at the Scorpion logo.
Oh my gosh, this is becoming a nail biter.
On 4th down, Connor Weston bails out the Scorpions. 9 seconds to go, 2 timeouts. You maybe have 1 play to get down into field goal range before calling time.
Great coverage by the defense. That receiver just got in between those two defenders and actually Jackson threw a rocket to him.
Scorpions need another deep pass here. They go play action. Jackson goes short, gotta get out of bounds. Weston keeps his feet, and he stays in bounds, and Arizona's forced to call a timeout with 3 seconds left.
Oh my goodness.
I thought he stepped out right past the first down line, but he did not. He kept his feet in.
Yeah, I thought he was out of bounds myself. I guess you can't challenge that, can you?
So now it's going to come down to a Hail Mary because I don't think Arizona's in field goal range. They are not. It's going to be one play for all the marbles. This is the first time these two teams have met in both iterations of the Scorpions and the Dragons. Into the wind, down to the end zone, and incomplete. And DC has pulled off the smash and grab in the desert.
22-21. What a heartbreaking loss for the Arizona Scorpions. It was so close. I think the 4 interceptions, though, was the difference in this game.
Yeah, and the timeliness and the position of the interceptions as well. 2 of them coming in the red zone, taking potential touchdowns away from Arizona.
So, player of the game?
Oh man, it's gotta. I want to give it to Josh Gill, just because he made those 2 clutch 4th down catches down the stretch. But it will probably go to Sebastian.
Look at that interception there.
Yeah, that was play of the game for me. That and the Lauren Percoco pass that she caught off with a deflection.
Yeah, that was crazy.
This is only the 3rd time these two franchises have met, and the first time that Arizona has played DC. OKC played them in seasons 5 and 7 before DC went on their long hiatus to be reborn in 16.
In the chat, they're saying somebody check on Eddie.
That's a heartbreaker for Arizona as they fall to 3 and 5, and again they're still in the division, but it's a long way back now for the orange and black.
I was thinking maybe the first weekend player of the game with his 4 field goals.
Potentially, especially that 52-yarder that we saw right there that barely got in over the crossbar. But here's the key moment. On 4th and 8, Synergy to Gill for the touchdown, and that won the game for DC.
Ashley just had a rough day today.
4 interceptions, but they almost had a chance at it. Connor Weston, a little bit of poor clock management, tried to stay in bounds to get yards when he could have stepped out, and they had one more play. It will be Sabaz Synergy, 237 yards, but those 2 clutch 4th down passes to give the Dragons the win. That'll do it from here at Fatality Field. We've got an excellent SFL Sunday still to come on Twitch and YouTube. Stick around for those games. For Shan Vaughn and Aaron Gooden on stat, Michelle Colson, my partner in crime up here in the booth. For Cameron Irvine for helping out for a little bit with some technical issues, and for being commissioner and producer extraordinaire. My name is Michael Torillo, saying thank you so much for watching, and have a very pleasant good afternoon.
Hey, everybody.